Danger is spreading north right now. Heavy snow is marching toward the northeast, while ice continues to cripple parts of the deep south and Appalachians. Euro, GFS, and Canadian models are in strong agreement that the next 24 to 48 hours will be the most disruptive phase of this storm, with travel shutdowns, power outages, and dangerous road conditions expanding across multiple regions. Live radar shows a wide zone of frozen precipitation from Mississippi through Tennessee and into Virginia and West Virginia. Around Tupelo and northwest Mississippi, ice is still falling and roads remain slick. East into the Tennessee Valley, temperatures are climbing just above freezing at higher elevations, especially above 3,000 to 4,000 feet, but cold air remains locked near the surface. This setup is creating freezing rain mixed with sleet across eastern West Virginia and northern Virginia. More ice is likely as warm air overruns the cold dome. Further north, heavy snow is exploding across the northeast. Airports around New York City are reporting visibility down to a quarter-mile with heavy snowfall. Pittsburgh has also seen heavy snow with very low visibility. Some bands are producing snowfall rates near 2 inches per hour and possibly higher in the strongest bursts. With temperatures in the single digits and near zero in spots, this snow is fluffy, blowing easily, and piling up fast. Across New England, snow is intensifying from western Massachusetts through Boston and into Rhode Island and Connecticut. South of Springfield toward Hartford and Providence, snow bands are strengthening with cold air fully entrenched. High snow ratios mean lighter, powdery snow that drifts easily in wind. This will be a nightmare for road crews and emergency services. In the Midwest, snow continues along the Ohio River through southern Ohio and northern West Virginia. Some sleet is mixing in at times, which could reduce snow totals but increase ice risk. West of Indianapolis into Illinois and Missouri, precipitation is slowly ending, though additional light snow may follow. Texas is seeing light snow on top of earlier ice, with temperatures in the teens and single digits. Meanwhile, a tornado watch has been issued across parts of southern Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. Strong thunderstorms are developing along a cold front, with temperatures climbing into the 60s and humidity rising fast. This is a sharp contrast to the frozen conditions just to the north. Storm Prediction Center is watching closely as storms move east through the afternoon and evening. The science behind this storm is simple but dangerous. Warm air is surging north above the surface, while Arctic air remains trapped near the ground east of the mountains. This creates a classic overrunning setup that favors freezing rain and sleet. At the same time, deep cold to the north supports heavy snow bands from Pennsylvania through New York and New England. Uncertainty remains in the exact line between snow and ice, especially from West Virginia into Maryland and New Jersey. A small shift could mean the difference between heavy snow and a major ice storm. Models agree on the general pattern, but track shifts are still possible. Impact is the story, not the numbers. Flights are being delayed or canceled. Highways are closing. Power lines are under stress where ice is accumulating. Trees loaded with ice could come down, especially across the Carolinas and parts of Georgia. In the Northeast, heavy snow will slow emergency response and strand drivers. Preparation matters now. Charge devices, avoid unnecessary travel, stock food and water. If you live in an ice-prone area, expect outages and be ready for cold inside your home. JetWeatherX will continue to monitor this evolving system closely. More changes are coming. Cold air behind this storm will be extreme, pushing south into places that rarely see temperatures near zero. Another update is coming soon because this pattern is not done yet. The next phase brings brutal cold and lingering ice. As this system pulls east, Arctic air will flood much of the central and eastern United States. Euro, GFS, and Canadian guidance all showed temperatures dropping well below freezing across wide areas, with some places seeing below zero lows by Monday morning. In the south, freezing rain remains the biggest concern. From northeast Georgia through South Carolina and into western North Carolina, heavy freezing rain is possible late afternoon into evening. Cities including Atlanta, Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and Statesville could see significant ice buildup. Cold air is being reinforced from the east, keeping surface temperatures below freezing while rain falls from above. In West Virginia and western Maryland, precipitation may briefly change to rain before switching back to freezing rain as cold air deepens again. This transition zone is extremely dangerous for travel and could lead to long-duration power outages. Ice loads combined with gusty winds may bring down trees and lines. To the north, heavy snow continues through New York State, Pennsylvania, and New England. Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo will remain under snow bands into the evening. Pittsburgh may see a mix of sleet and freezing rain later, especially near the West Virginia border. In eastern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania, some areas may flip briefly to rain before colder air reasserts itself. Snow totals are already impressive. Parts of Massachusetts might exceed 2 feet by the time this ends. Ice totals across the Carolinas and northeast Georgia could be enough to snap branches and cut power for days. Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky remain under ice threat through the afternoon, and power outages are still likely to increase. Behind the storm, temperatures crash. Overnight lows may fall below zero into Missouri, Arkansas, and even parts of Mississippi and northern Louisiana. Highs in Tennessee may struggle to reach 10. Texas will see single digits and teens, with some areas near zero. This is pipe-busting cold, especially where fresh snow and ice cover the ground. Leave faucets dripping, protect pets and livestock, check on elderly neighbors. Vehicles may not start. Roads will refreeze overnight, even where precipitation ends. This is a dangerous cold wave following a major winter storm, which multiplies the risk. Looking ahead into the week, cold stays locked in. Another reinforcing shot of Arctic air arrives mid-week, especially across the Northeast and Great Lakes. Light snow systems, including possible clippers, may add more accumulation and keep roads slick. Lake effect snow could increase near the Great Lakes. Longer range outlooks suggest the eastern United States remains colder than normal into mid-February. There are hints of additional systems later, including potential Gulf development, though confidence is low. What is certain is that winter is not done. JetWeatherX urges everyone to stay alert. Conditions are changing fast. A small shift in storm track could mean heavy snow instead of ice, or dangerous ice instead of rain. Subscribe for updates as this pattern evolves. This storm will leave lasting impact: blocked roads, power failures, and extreme cold. Preparation now reduces risk later. Avoid travel if you can, keep emergency kits ready, and stay with JetWeatherX for the next update as we track what comes next.